Wake up and be amazing. Grab your daily Danish. Hey, I'm Coach Dane Boyle. For my mission, my purpose, and that's what we're going to talk about today is your purpose and your why. But my mission, my purpose is to educate, motivate, and empower you to live healthier, happier, and a more prosperous life and age with awesomeness. That's what I want you to do. That's what I hope I get to do. That's why I was put on this earth is to help you, guide you, motivate you, pick you up when life is tough and life is a challenge. But what it's all about is showing up each and every day. And today, we're going to talk about 6 ways to create or find your why. That is your purpose. I've been sharing stories recently about my dad, and my dad would always say if he had had the time, energy, effort, and finances, he would have built, instead of a nursing home or a long-term care facility, a facility where spouses, significant others could stay together so they could love longer, live healthier, and ultimately, whatever their career, their profession was, they could still do it while they were there. Think about that. So if you're a cook, a chef, that's what you got to do. If you're a landscaper, that's what you got to do. Maybe you were a physician, maybe you were a dentist, whatever it was, whatever your skill set was, you got to continue to do it because it's amazing when you're the boss, when you're in charge, how much funnier your jokes are when you're the boss than when you're no longer the boss. So we have to have a reason. I've had too many grown men and too many grown women sit now on Zoom or face to face with crocodile tears rolling down their faces and say, please, please, please help me find my purpose and my passion. Well, I don't want you to ever lose it. So let's talk about how to maintain it or refine it or rekindle it or whatever it is. Now I'm going to tell you, we're going to work on it, but some days are going to be harder, some are going to be more challenging. But one of the things I always say about my years when I was active duty was the most important thing I learned is you must show up to be successful. You must show up to be successful. All right, let me see if I can find my share screen here. For those that are catching this on the podcast, know that I'm talking live and you're going to get the recording, but the mission, the purpose, what I'm sharing is good, whether you see me live or on Memorex later, if you know that reference for sure. All right, I'm going to hit from the beginning. So 6 tips, right, to help you find your why, your purpose. These are the things that we get to teach. These are the things that all of the trailblazers, those that are in there, in the group, in the community, that we work on and we talk about frequently. So 6 tips, reasons, find your why and your purpose. Understand that all the messaging is about taking action. So you can listen, but are you taking action? You need a why. You're never too old to find your purpose. Think about it. You hear stories about great people starting a business, starting a career, and not worried about their chronological age. I never once thought about how old I was in my late 40s, mid to late 40s, when I decided to create an LLC called Dane Boyle Fitness, which has led me to do lots of things and create things just like we're working on here today. I often share a story, my parents decided for my dad to become a doctor. He didn't graduate till 35. Then he had to do an internship. That's 36. Then he had to do a 2-year residency. That's 37. That's 38 years old. He had 4 kiddos. And he never once thought about it. I have a trailblazer now that's 41 years old that wants to become a physician, and she's working on her undergraduate degree, which means she's got many, many years ahead of her of education, commitment, and learning. But it doesn't matter. Our calling in life right now, even with 4 kids, a healthy marriage, is serve as a physician. By the way, I never wanted to be a physician, but I'm grateful there are men and women that want to, because on occasion, I got to go to the doctor. We all need a reason to keep going. That's what I said at the very beginning. Too many men and women have sat with me or on Zoom with tears rolling down their face, wondering why they're here. You have no purpose. It's really hard to get out of bed. Find one that's going to honor your life. What do you love? And don't let anybody else tell you what to do. For so long, because I'm kind of eclectic, been told I'm a spaz, I have a liberal arts degree. They're like, no, you have to have a business that only serves one thing. No, I'm going to serve you. That's my one thing. I'm going to serve you. That's my one thing. And then we're going to diversify our learning, our teaching, our education, and our thoughts. That's what I'm going to do. Because you're a unicorn, I'm a unicorn. And the one thing that makes you and I different in this world is who we are. There's never going to be another one, ever, ever, ever. They broke the mold when they made you. Leave a legacy. Make sure whatever you do, it lights you up and it sets your world on fire. Each day I'm blessed to talk to you, work with you, grow the community, build challenges, check in, send text messages, get on a phone call, post in our community, in our group. It lights me on fire. There's nothing that lights me on fire more. And then when it's a two-way communication street, it lights me on fire even more. Do what you want. It's never too late. What do you want to do? You want to go back to school? Do it. You want to take a politics? Do it. You want to volunteer? Do it. Find something that's meaningful for you. President Carter built houses for Habitat for Humanity in his 90s. There's no reason that you should not pursue your dreams. You know why? I'm gonna take a sip real quick. It's not coffee today. Because dreams don't have an expiration date. They do not have an expiration date. Find that little kid that lived inside of you, that dreamt big, had that sword, had that magic cape, and had all the powers in the world. That child lives inside you today. Hey, you've got to take care of yourself. 3 foundational pieces we're always going to work on is going to be your movement. Now, we'll talk more. It doesn't have to be a HIIT activity. It just has to be something that moves your body every day. Make sure that you're eating food that is made, that has no expiration date. There is no Dorito tree. There's no Funyun tree. Eat food in the least processed way as much as possible. Hey, right here, we're going to turn positivity into possibility. 3 main components to aging with awesomeness ultimately are moving your body every single day. Moving your body every single day. Learning something new every single day, and having a tribe, having a purpose, having friends, having people that care about you, know your first name, know about you, having that tribe. Find time to pray, meditate, sit in silence, whatever that is. Talk to your greater calling or being. Take care of yourself. There's only one of you. There's only going to ever be one of you, my friend. Take care of yourself. My wife, Tanya, and I, just the other day, I literally were talking. I'm on day, as we record this, 30, I don't even know. Let's see, 34, 35 days of continual movement of hitting my floor and ceiling. And if you haven't heard about the wedge method, go back a couple episodes and listen to it, where we create a floor, the minimum you're going to do of something every day, and a ceiling every day. So every single day now for 34 days, I've kept moving. And I literally looked at her, and I don't know who said this quote originally, but I told her I would take care of me for her and asked her to take care of her for me. Do stuff. Do not become part of the lazy boy. Your body only wants to stay at 98.6 degrees. And if you move it, it'll regulate your temperature that way, and it'll slow everything down if you become part of that chair. Move your body. It's good for your mind. It's good for your body. It's good for your soul. At the end of the day, it's going to let you know that you're made to do hard things. Move. I believe movement is the fountain of youth. Hey, stay in touch. This is what I talked about with your tribe, right? It's easy to become isolated. It's easy to have the clicker and just watch the news and think the world's just coming to hell in a handbasket and falling apart. We must have that tribe. And that's why I'm going to invite you. And I'm inviting you to become a trailblazer. I've been talking about a 100-day challenge, 10 times 10. That's coming. And there's a brand new way to do it and be a founding member. And it's just being created right now. Stay tuned, but stay in touch and build your tribe. Make sure that John and Susan know who you are, whoever your John and Susan are. Remember, moving your body, learning something new every day, and being part of a tribe. So stay in touch. Maybe you can mentor, right? Maybe you can go to a school, maybe a big brother and big sister. There are always outcries for ways for you to stay in touch. I believe, and one of the reasons that Tanya and I, my wife, say we're never going to live in a housing development that's like 55 and older only, is because I want to be around the young couple. I want to be around the young kids. I want to be around older people and learn from them. I want to be around the young couples with young kids that are dreaming really, really big, buying their first home, buying their first real car, having their first big job, and seeing their faces light up with so much potential, and letting them know, even though life is going to throw punch them sometime, to never, ever stop dreaming. You, my friend, can be that mentor and help you age with awesomeness and create the life you love. Look for joy, look for happiness. You're going to hear me say over and over and over and over again to take joy in the ordinary and live life in awe. Recently, I grabbed a cold beer, and I was down in Rockport, Texas, and I knew the sun was going to set. And I walked out of our RV, and I could look directly west, right over Salt Lake. And I just sat in the Adirondack chair, and I just found joy and watching the setting sun set. And to my right are my two of my grandchildren just throwing rocks into the salt lake, watching the rock skip, watching and hearing the sound and plunk of the rock in the water, seeing if they and being so happy when that rock would skip 2, 3, and 4 times and run over and give me a high five. Take joy in the ordinary, live life in awe, and watch the sunset and watch those little humans in your life grow up and take joy in every single thing. As I'm recording today, it's pouring rain. And through my AirPods, I can hear the rain. And my dog will always tell you life is never too busy to splash in a puddle. So when I'm done, I'm going to go outside. I've got to change of clothes. I'm going to go splash in the puddle. How many puddles are you splashing today? Hey, I wanted to thank you real quick for always joining me and turn positivity into possibility, aging with awesomeness and creating the life you love. I would love to connect. Literally, send me an email at dane@daneboyle.com. If that's too difficult, go to Facebook or go to IG, go to Instagram and send me a DM, because we're going to create your why. You're going to find your purpose. You're going to build a community. Each day, you're going to look for joy, happiness. You're going to take joy in the ordinary. Maybe you'll mentor. You're going to move your body. But what you're going to do each day, you're going to find a purpose. You're going to find your why, because that's why we're here. And by doing that, ultimately, you're going to turn positivity into possibility. At the end of the day, make sure you choose, and that's right, it is a choice, to age with awesomeness, create the life you love, and never forget to live the life you have while you create the life of your dreams. Go be amazing. One last thing. Be sure to tell those you love them, and never assume they know. Go be amazing.